Zipper T. Bunny, a rabbit shrouded in mystery. To some, a relatable minimum wage worker. To others, the horror lurking in the night. Zipper started as a special event character all the way back in City Folk. Since then, he's been in Pocket Camp, New Leaf, and now New Horizons. But who is Zipper really? I'll admit for me, Zipper is incredibly unnerving. It doesn't help that he has a really strong FNAF and the bunny from Silent Hill vibe. When he's in view, he's happy dancing around. He seems, I guess, relatively normal. But as soon as he thinks you're out of view, he lets out the saddest sigh and starts to walk around with a really, depressed expression, honestly, which any customer service person would totally relate to. But is someone paying him to be here? Is he here of his own volition? And if that's so, then what are his motives? Why is he here? Who is he? So his most distinctive character feature, where he gets his name in English, is a large zipper running down his back. Of course, the first thing he does is insist that it's not a costume and he doesn't know what you're talking about, which is a little defensive if you ask me. Honestly, part of his innate creepiness comes from his absolute insistence that it is not a costume and you should just ignore it. In fact, in New Horizons, he will position himself to make sure that he is facing you at all times. This is presumably so you can't, get a hand of that zipper and see what's inside. If you do manage to distract him with a emotion, you can get behind him, but he'll get really offended and start telling you off and telling you how rude you are. This is an attitude of a man with something to hide. And with just how incredibly defensive he is, it must be a pretty big secret that's lying underneath that zipper. Let's first talk about, is it really a costume? Maybe he's telling the truth. Yes, okay, it is a costume. Sure, the eyes blink, the mouth moves, but technology is good. It's 2020. Suits at Disneyland have these same features. And if you listen closely, you can hear the zipper clink, which is asks way more questions than answers that it gives. But there is something sketchy about Zipper, and we all know it. We can all feel it deep down inside. So there have been multiple theories about who could be under the Zipper costume. The problem is, and this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, heads up, each of these theories is pretty easily debunked using the exact same method. But let's go over a couple of my favorites. So a big one is that the T in Zipper T Bunny actually stands for Tortimer, which would kind of make sense in Tortimer's passion for, community and life and bringing everyone together with events. But he's also kind of an old man, and I don't know if he'd be willing to break his knees over an Easter event. A bunny day event. The second theory, among many, I'm not going to go over all of them. Another theory is that PHYLLIS, Pelly's pessimistic older sister, is the one in the costume. There's a few different things that point to this being the case. PHYLLIS is known for her sarcastic attitude towards you, not great customer service. She will have those little moments of dialogue underneath her voice, and Zipper does the same thing, that sort of complaining under their breath about their job. Zipper and PHYLLIS also do seem to have a matching eyeshadow shade around their eyes, so that could be a hint towards the truth. My favorite theory, personally, mostly because I think it's really funny, is that it's Dr. Shrunk who's in the costume. I mean, he's a bad stand-up comedian, constantly down on his luck. Club LOL, I'm sure does not bring in business like it used to, question mark. And so the idea of him having to get a part-time job as Zipper the bunny is very funny to me. He's just dancing around. He's got bad rhymes about eggs. It's a very funny theory. So what's the problem? I bet you've already guessed it. The problem is during Bunny Day, each of these characters can be found in their respective locations, meaning the town hall, the mail office, and Club LOL. If one person could have just been really obviously missing at this time, it would have been the nail in the coffin for any one of these theories. But they just all kind of went down the drain because they still exist at the same time that Zipper does. There is one other theory that caught my attention, and that happens to be about Hopkins, who is a villager. So Hopkins is a blue bunny who speaks in a lazy voice, just like Zipper. His birthday, March 11th, is also exactly the same as Zipper's. So we have both bunnies, same voice, same birthday. Like, these things, those all add up. That's all really strong evidence. But of course, the same problem arises as does the other theories. Hopkins and Zipper can exist in the same town at the same time. There is one other odd thing about Hopkins that I want to bring up. On the back of his head, there appears to be an air hole, which is a strong indication that Hopkins is a blow-up bunny doll. His Pocket Camp profile reads like this. Just a heads up, Hopkins is not to be trusted. He's always full of hot air. If he wasn't properly moored to the ground, I bet even a light breeze could blow him away. Not to be trusted? That is way more ominous than it needs to be. Zipper gives off this very obvious, do not trust this fake bunny man vibe. But Hopkins? Hopkins doesn't give off that vibe, does he? This does bring me to come up with my own theory, though. What if Hopkins and Zipper are twins? Hopkins is lazy. Often his furniture is like a TV and several video game consoles, giving you a very, live in your mom basement kind of vibe. And Zipper, he's the overachiever, the tried so hard but still didn't get very far kind of vibe. If Hopkins can be a literal blow-up doll, then Zipper could be a literal living, breathing bunny suit. I guess maybe he's not a suit after all? I don't know. That's my theory. You guys drop your own theories down in the comments below. I want to hear. This is the best thing I can come up with because just the fact that they can all exist at the same time throws everything off every single time. I like the twin theory though. I think that's interesting. Take a look at both of them. Take a look, Hopkins' weird air hole thing it weirds me out. But yeah, what do you guys think is behind the unsettling mystery of Zipper? If you did like this discussion, please give this video a like and please subscribe. I'd love to have you guys back again. And follow me on Twitch or something. I don't know. Okay. More content. This is what this was. Great. Okay, I'll see you guys later. This has been really awkward. This has been incredibly awkward. Okay, well, toodaloo.